The story begins with Mito Yamamoto, who gets fired from his job because he lives and sleeps at his workplace. Mito apologizes, explaining he has nowhere else to go and promises to leave once he saves enough money. But his boss refuses. Female customers love Mito and visit just to see him, but male customers complain, so Mito has to go. The boss hands Mito his bag and says someone as handsome as him can find work anywhere. Now homeless and unpaid, Mito walks the streets with only 12 yen to his name. Girls passing by swoon over his looks, but that doesn't help him. He'll have to sleep outside tonight. He prays to his late parents, remembering how his life fell apart after they died in a fire. Since then, he's been passed between relatives who treated him like a burden and kicked him out after he finished school. Desperate, Mito searches for another job, maybe across the bridge. As rain starts pouring, he runs with his bag over his head but gets completely soaked. Weak from hunger, he collapses in front of a restaurant and accidentally knocks into a pot. A worker rushes over and sees Mito's bleeding finger. The worker, Ruka Sotome, brings Mito inside to treat the wound. When Mito says he's fine, Ruka suddenly licks the blood off his finger. Both blush in shock. Ruka recoils. The blood tastes awful, like thick, rotten curry. Mito, disturbed, asks why Ruka did that. Ruka says the color was pretty and he just had to taste it, something only a vampire would say. Mito doesn't believe him. Later, Ruka's butler, Komori, asks how the blood was. It's been 10 years since Ruka drank human blood, and he gags, calling it disgusting. Komori explains the blood tastes bad because Mito isn't loved. Blood becomes sweeter based on how much love someone has given and received. Women's blood is usually best, but men's can be sweet too if they're loved. Komori suggests Ruka ripen Mito's blood by making him feel loved, but Ruka refuses. He won't drink blood just because he's told to. He prefers strawberry juice anyway. Still, Komori reminds him of his duty to become the next vampire leader. Meanwhile, Mito walks in the rain, getting splashed by a car as he crosses the bridge. With nowhere to go and no one who cares, he sits at the edge, wondering if anyone would notice if he disappeared. He scolds himself, being broke isn't a reason to give up. But as he tries to stand, he slips. Just as he starts to fall, Ruka appears and catches him, saying, "If you want someone to need you that badly, I could be the one who needs you." Mito tears up. No one has asked if he's okay in so long. He cries in relief until Ruka ruins the moment by saying Mito's blood will taste even worse if he keeps acting like this. Ruka bites him again and drinks, despite the bad taste. He says it's still drinkable. When Ruka asks if Mito was trying to jump, Mito denies it. He was just thinking no one needs him. Ruka replies simply, "I need you." Mito can't believe a vampire is saying this, but before he can process it, he faints. He wakes up in a warm dorm room with a cat, a bat, and Ruka reading. He's at Hijiragoka Boys Academy, Ruka's school. Ruka tells him to clean up in the bath and then leave. Mito is confused. Why is he supposed to be Ruka's thrall, a vampire's human servant? Ruka admits he changed his mind. Even though he's been searching for someone like Mito, he doesn't want blood from someone afraid of him. But hearing that someone finally wants him, Mito begs to stay as Ruka's thrall. Annoyed by his desperation, Ruka throws him into the bath. Ruka explains Mito's blood is terrible because he doesn't know love. To improve the taste, Ruka offers to love him, and Mito must learn to accept it. Mito wonders, could this be his chance to finally understand love? He agrees. Surprised, Ruka formally introduces himself, promising to love Mito every day to sweeten his blood. Embarrassed, Mito pushes him out, saying he needs to bathe. As Mito undresses, Ruka mentions he's been searching for a beautiful boy like him for a long time, since he can't drink women's blood. But there's a twist. Mito is actually a girl. Mito is suddenly woken up by her cat Marion's loud screech. She's shocked to find herself still in bed with Ruka and panics, yelling at him. Ruka calmly explains that sleeping together makes her blood taste better. Blushing, Mito remembers the deal they made. She agreed to be his servant in exchange for a place to live. But there's a big secret she's hiding. Ruka thinks she's a boy. At breakfast, Ruka suddenly bites her neck, reminding her that as his thrall servant, he can drink her blood whenever he wants. Strangely, her blood makes him feel sick, but he gently heals the bite marks afterward. Just then, a bat flies in and transforms into Komori, Ruka's butler. He brings a uniform for Mito because she's now enrolled at Hijiragoka Boys Academy. Nervous about being discovered as a girl, Mito walks to class with Ruka. He mistakes her anxiety for first-day jitters and reassures her that her classmates are nice. When she introduces herself, the boys compliment her looks. One boy, Takara, asks if she knows any cute girls, but another student, Ren Nakato, gives her a cold stare. To help her earn money, Ruka gets her a job at Komori's cafe. In the changing room, Mito freaks out when Ruka starts undressing in front of her. She shoves him out, insisting they change separately. At work, Takara is friendly, but another employee, Juri, acts cold and suspicious of her. When a group of girls excitedly enters the cafe to see Ruka, Mito wonders if their blood would be better for him than. While in the pantry, Mito thinks about how Ruka could drink from anyone else. Juri suddenly confronts her, accusing her of using Ruka. Flustered, Mito stumbles back into a shelf, causing things to fall. Ruka saves her but gets hit in the head. On their way back, Mito offers her neck to help him heal, but again, Ruka coughs after drinking. Tearfully, she asks if her blood is really that bad, maybe because she doesn't know love. Ruka reassures her, saying he just drank too fast and that he only wants her blood. He gives her a special necklace called a Sangsukra, which changes color based on how good her blood tastes. Right now it's blue, but it'll turn red when her blood ripens. Surprisingly, he reveals he can't drink girls' blood at all. Komori then exposes Ruka's biggest secret. He's a huge anime fan who only likes fictional girls. Ruka excitedly talks about his favorite magical girl show, Love Magi, even quoting its catchphrase, "May your heart be filled with love and magic." Mito teases him but feels a warm sense of belonging. The next morning, Mito eats a huge breakfast after losing blood. Jura comments on her appetite, while Takara asks about Ruka. Mito keeps Ruka's anime obsession a secret but admits she is hiding something, though not anything that would hurt Ruka. Jura seems to accept that but gets interrupted before he can share his own secret. Suddenly, a motorcycle roars outside. Ren arrives. Juri warns Miko that Ren is a tough fighter and a delinquent. Later, Ren corners Mito outside her room, smashes a brick wall with his bare hand, and demands to know if she realizes Ruka is a vampire. Before she can answer, Ruka appears and Ren backs off. During judo class, Ren easily defeats everyone. When Mito pairs up with him, he spots the bite marks on her neck, throws her down, and drags her outside. He warns her that letting Ruka drink her blood will eventually turn her into a vampire. She'll lose her humanity and everything she has left. But Mito bites his finger to escape and defends her choice. She explains that humans have treated her worse than vampires. She has no family, no home, and Ruka was the first to care for her. She promises never to become a vampire. Touched, Ren softens and pats her head, saying he just doesn't want her to get hurt. The two skip class together, unaware that Ruka overheard everything. Later, Ren thinks about his own past, how people feared him for his unnatural strength. Only his mother ever showed him kindness. Mito's words reminded him of that warmth he thought he'd lost. Mito's finally getting the hang of her cafe job, so Jura and Takara decide to throw her a welcome party, a weekend glamping trip with a barbecue. Mito's thrilled and begs Ruka to join. After some flustered grumbling, he agrees. Komori notices Ruka's flushed face and quietly wonders what's going on, while Ruka himself is just confused by these strange feelings. That night, Takara explains the trip includes a luxury campsite and outdoor hot spring. No tents needed. Seeing Mito's joy, Ruka smiles softly, but Ren watches them from afar, memories of his mother haunting him. He remembers how she was taken under a red moon, choosing love over survival. Now, he's determined to protect Mito. At the campsite, Mito's amazed. It's nothing like the camping she imagined. She reveals she's never been on a trip with family or friends, surprising Jura. Just as they settle in, Ren arrives on his motorcycle and casually pitches a tent right in front of theirs. Takara rolls his eyes and tells everyone to ignore him, but Mito wonders if Ren is there to watch over her. An awkward silence follows until Ruka suddenly picks Mito up and tosses her into the cold water. He accuses her of thinking about other guys when she's supposed to be his thrall. She drags him in, and a splashing war breaks out. Later, as he helps with the barbecue, Mito thanks him. She's never had this much fun. Ruka looks away and mutters, "Yeah." When water gets in her eye, Mito lifts her shirt to wipe it, catching Ruka's attention. Flustered, she runs to the tent, overwhelmed by her racing heart. As she changes, Ren speaks from the other side, reminding her of their deal to stop Ruka from turning her. He warns her, if she backs out, he'll take her away by force. That night, while the others enjoy the barbecue, Ruka secretly drinks blood for the first time in a while. Though he still hates the taste, it oddly feels good. Mito asks if this means she'll become a vampire. Ruka laughs. Only vampires with a destined partner can turn someone. He says Mito is just a stand-in until he finds his. That stings. Mito doesn't know why, but it hurts. She runs into the forest, and when a moth lands on her, she panics. Ruka finds her, and she clings to him. Their hearts pound together. When she brings up their feelings, Ruka quickly pushes her away, denying everything. Later, Mito sneaks into the outdoor hot spring, thinking no one will show. She reflects on how she'll have to leave once Ruka finds his true partner. Still, she decides to enjoy the moment. Ren suddenly appears. Though surprised, he assumes she's still disguised as a boy. Mito notices scars on his back. He says they're from always being picked on. She reassures him. He's not a monster, just someone trying to protect himself. She calls him a reliable friend, flustering him, then quickly escapes. Moments later, Ren finds her passed out from the heat and carries her back, joking that she's a handful. When the others arrive, Ruka's furious seeing Mito on Ren's back. Ren calmly explains, and Mito gets down. Ruka pulls her aside and realizes she has a fever. He skips the fireworks and helps her rest. As he wipes her down, Mito feels his full attention until she remembers she's just a placeholder. When Ruka gets up to leave, she clings to him, asking him not to go. She says her blood won't taste good if he does. Even if she's not his destined one, she wants him to love her now. She faints into his arms. Ruka leans in to kiss her but stops when she murmurs his name. He pulls back, shaken, and runs outside. Komori is waiting. Komori warns that if Ruka falls in love with Mito, he'll never meet his destined partner and will lose his chance to become the vampire lord. As Komori walks away, Ruka stares after him, silently swearing that he won't fall in love. After the weekend, Juri and Takara walk through the halls when Mito rushes over, asking if they've seen Ruka. Ever since the camping trip, he's been distant, leaving early, coming back late, and refusing to drink her blood. She's worried he's starving himself. One morning, he leaves again without a word, and she realizes she hasn't seen him in a week. Eventually, she spots him and grabs his arm, yelling that it's been a whole week since he's fed. She drags him into a classroom and offers her blood, even saying he can take a week's worth. Ruka gently touches her face, making her think he's about to give in, but then he pulls away and walks out, still saying no. At work, Mito is quiet and clearly down. She wonders if asking Ruka to love her was too much. Komori offers her tea and asks if something's up. Mito admits Ruka hasn't fed from her in days. Komori comforts her, hinting that maybe Ruka wants more than just her blood. Suddenly, Ren appears and causes a commotion. He sees Mito isn't okay, despite her saying otherwise, and insists on taking her out. Ruka doesn't seem pleased. Ren takes her on his motorcycle to a shopping district. He admits he's never hung out with a friend before and wants to cheer her up. Mito spots a cute dress shop and goes inside while Ren waits. Trying on a dress, she wonders if Ruka would see her differently like this. Outside, some girls gossip about a boy in the changing room and try to peek in. Ruka shows up just in time to stop them, defending Mito's right to wear whatever she wants, and even says she looks better than those girls ever could. When Ruka sees her in the dress, he's stunned. Mito shyly admits she dressed up hoping he'd want her blood. Ruka, clearly affected, runs his finger along her arm and says he wants to drink this version of her. But remembering Komori's warning, he stops and calls her a dear friend instead. Just as he's about to feed, Ren barges in and interrupts, still against Ruka drinking from Mito. The two start bickering, making Mito laugh. She thanks them both for being her friends. Back at Ruka's dorm, Mito notices the Sangsuker has changed from blue to orange. Ruka pats her head, impressed with the progress. Komori appears with a new plan, a special bath and strawberry-scented cologne to enhance her flavor. He even hands her a cute bathrobe. After Komori leaves, Ruka questions why he's doing all this when Ruka only loves Mito as a friend. Komori smirks, warning him that Mito's pheromones are stronger because of his feelings. Mito steps out of the bath dressed as instructed, and Ruka instantly loses his cool. Overwhelmed by the strawberry scent, he walks up to her and murmurs, "Not Ren. I love you more than he ever could, Mito. Don't I?" Mito softly replies, "Yeah," though sadness lingers in her voice. As Ruka drinks, Mito keeps telling herself it's just friendship. He drinks longer than usual. When she asks how it tasted, he jokes she's gone from rotten curry to rotten strawberry, then runs off to puke. Apparently, her blood still doesn't taste right until the Sangsucre turns red. Behind the bathroom door, Ruka admits he almost enjoyed it until she said his name. For a moment, he forgot how awful it was. Could this mean he likes her? No way. She's flat, short, and just a regular high school boy. Still, just for a second, he thought he was cute. Later, Ruka tells Mito to get a girlfriend so maybe her blood will finally taste decent. Takara hears this and decides to arrange a mixer. Ruka's all in, he's sure this'll fix everything. Takara lines up 4 girls from a nearby school, but Juri bails. Surprisingly, Ren shows up in her place. Mito apologizes and Ren blushes, telling her to stop smelling so sweet and man up. The girls from Yurigaoka Girls' School arrive, excited to meet the boys. One of them, Meina, immediately asks Mito to take a walk with her. The others are stunned. Mito can't believe she's actually alone with a girl. As they walk together, Meina apologizes for being abrupt and gently asks if Mito's ever been interested in relationships. Unbeknownst to them, Ruka and Ren are secretly following. Ren assumes Ruka set this up, but Ruka insists it's too soon for Mito to be dating a girl, though he admits they do look good together. Suddenly, a car speeds past, and Mito instinctively pulls Meina close to protect her. Watching from afar, Ruka is stunned by the scene. Overwhelmed, he turns to leave. Ren watches quietly, noting how heartbroken Ruka looks, though Ruka brushes it off, insisting Mito is just a friend, nothing more. Meina then confesses she's had feelings for someone for a long time. Mito panics, assuming she's the one Meina's about to confess to, and begins rehearsing a gentle rejection. But to her surprise, Meina admits she's liked Ruka for ages and wanted to ask if he has a girlfriend. Mito is taken aback. She tells Meina Ruka is single, but can't help feeling a painful sting in her chest. Meina leaves feeling relieved, while Mito forces a smile. Deep down, she wishes happiness for her friends, but feels worse than ever. Ren approaches her quietly, only to witness tears falling from Mito's eyes. As he offers silent comfort, a strange pulse runs through him. He clutches his chest, warning Mito to get away. He's about to come out. Red eyes, fangs, Ren suddenly lunges, driven by scent. Mito shoves him back just in time, but the person before her isn't the Ren she knows. He pins her down until her scream snaps him out of it. Horrified, Ren runs off, ashamed of the vampire blood within him. Later, back home, Mito finds Ruka sweaty and immersed in his magical girl game. He jokes about Mito and Meina, asking if they kissed. Mito explodes, accusing him of being clueless about girls' feelings. Her outburst reveals more than she intends. Ruka stares at her, then suddenly pins her on the couch, asking if he excites her. Even though she's a man, flustered, Mito escapes, but alone with her reflection, she questions her heart and realizes she may truly love Ruka. After washing his face, Ruka sits quietly, feeling a little down. He wonders if he pushed Mito too far by teasing her. He wants to understand her true feelings but got carried away. His heart still races as he realizes Mito hasn't come back yet. Meanwhile, Mito wanders the streets, overhearing girls talk about their love confessions. She considers telling Ruka the truth, but fears he'll think she's been playing with him. Then, she accidentally bumps into some thugs. One of them grabs her, realizing she's a girl. She can't defend herself until Ren shows up and punches the guy. The punks instantly back off, recognizing Ren Nikaido. Ren turns to leave, telling Mito to head back to the dorm. But Mito, feeling too vulnerable, clings to his shirt and admits she doesn't want to face Ruka right now. Elsewhere, Ruka searches the city. He mistakes a girl for Mito, but it's not her. Komori senses Ruka's desperation, but Ruka brushes it off, claiming they're just friends, though he keeps remembering how he teased her. Back at the boys' dorm, Mito tells Ren she doesn't want to go back. Without hesitation, Ren grabs her and jumps the fence, clearly not human. He takes her to his room, which is bare. He offers her the bed, planning to sleep outside, but she insists he stays. When Mito asks if he's a vampire, Ren explains he's a damper, half human, half vampire. He never fit in anywhere. Even his mother, his only ally, eventually left him to become a vampire. Mito relates, having bounced between relatives with no sense of belonging. Ren warns her to keep her distance. He can't always control his blood. She offers a simple solution. She'll take the bed. He'll sleep on the floor. She changes into one of his oversized shirts, joking it's perfect pajamas. As they lie down, Mito thanks him for protecting her. Ren blushes. She promises they'll always be friends, no matter what he is. Later, Ruka storms through the dorms, searching for Mito. He finally reaches Ren's room, just as Ren and Mito wake up in each other's arms. Ruka, furious, demands answers. But Mito speaks up, it was her idea. Ruka storms out, feeling defeated, and tells her to stay with Ren if that's what she wants. Wandering the city, Ruka battles with himself. Was he too harsh on Mito, or is she at fault for staying in Ren's room? Exhausted from searching for her all night and finding nothing, he's frustrated. When he passes a boutique, he recalls Mito wearing a dress just to tempt him into drinking her blood. His emotions spiral. Why does he keep seeing her as just a girl? After learning she stayed with Ren, Ruka storms off, heart aching. Mito realizes she's hurt him deeply and feels lost. Takara and Juri try to lift her spirits, saying Ruka's only mad because he cares. To cheer her up, they pull her out for the day, and somehow they end up at the beach. After changing, Mito joins in building sandcastles, snacking, and walking along the shore. Some girls compliment how cute she is, making her blush, but the embarrassment fades when they go tubing and take silly selfies. It's her first time at the beach, and she's amazed by the salty air and ocean. Things are light until Takara vanishes. He's off flirting with girls in bikinis. Juri sighs, annoyed. Mito gently asks if Juri has feelings for him. Juri admits it. He loves Takara, even though Takara only likes girls. Still, he can't help how he feels. When Takara returns, rejected, he offers Juri a Sakura shake shell he found. Juri treasures it. Watching them, Mito admires Juri's courage and decides it's time to face Ruka again. At the cafe, Ruka wants to apologize but doesn't know how, until a photo of pancakes gives him an idea. He starts preparing a dessert. Komori walks in and is surprised to see him baking. Ruka explains it's for Mito, his way of saying sorry. Just then, an employee says someone is here to see him. It's Meina, the girl who confessed to Mito, though Ruka knows that wasn't the whole story. Later, Mito and the others arrive. She searches for Ruka but doesn't see him. When she asks Komori, he notes that she must really care about Ruka. Then he asks if she's ready to face the consequences of loving him. Before she can respond, she spots Ruka with Meina. Meina has been quiet, but just as Ruka prepares to leave, she suddenly asks if he likes anyone. Ruka's thoughts drift to Mito. Then Meina asks him out if there's no one else. Mito sees the whole thing. Ruka is stunned. Didn't Meina like Mito? But then his body weakens. He drops to one knee. His blood is low. Mito tries to rush in, but Komori stops her. Meina could be the perfect meal right now. He tells her to let Meina take Ruka to his dorm. Left behind, Mito imagines the worst. Meina giving Ruka her blood, replacing her. Screams pull her back. Ren is being mobbed by fans while helping out. Mito nearly collapses, but Ren catches her, more worried about her than himself. Gently, he offers her his room again. If you have nowhere else to belong, I'll be that place, he says softly, surprising himself. Later, Juri shows Mito the dessert Ruka made, her name written on it. Mito realizes he's been thinking of her all along. Touched, she rushes out to find him. On the way, she thanks Ren and tells him she already knows where she belongs. In the dorm, Ruka wakes to the scent of strawberries. Meina's still groggy, he nearly bites her but stops. Her blood is tempting, but it's not Mito's. He pulls away and gently rejects Meina. He doesn't know who he loves yet, but Mito is the most important person to him. Just then, Mito bursts in and tells Meina she belongs by Ruka's side. Meina, teary-eyed, accepts it and wishes them the best. Mito apologizes and asks to return to Ruka's room. Ruka opens his arms, famished. As they embrace, he welcomes her home. After drinking her blood, she shyly asks if he's full. Not even close, he murmurs, going for another bite. Her stomach suddenly growls. Embarrassed, she watches Ruka offer her the dessert he made, even feeding her the strawberry and licking the juice from her lips. Their eyes lock as he slides a chocolate between his lips, teasing her to take it. He admits he was lonely without her. Mito finally accepts she loves Ruka. When he asks what he can do for her, she wants to say, "See me as a woman," but instead invites him out, just the two of them. He agrees, then panics. Wait, was that a date? That night, Ren lies in bed, remembering Mito's words, that they'll always be friends. And deep down, that's all he ever wanted, just to be with her. But that's it for this part. Let me know if you want the next part of this anime.